sọ lórí lọ bàbá mi tẹ̀sán. Kò ní tán lẹ̀ bàbá mi. Bàbá Olúwa ṣe wọ̀ lẹ́nu. Àyè ni mo gbọ́ náà. Èdè bàbá. Ẹ̀ṣẹ́ kò ní fi ń ṣe. Àti bàbá mi sàrẹ̀. Kọ́ bàbá, èyí tó ń bẹ̀. Yes, àárẹ̀ ọlọ́lá. Dọ́kítà Ọ̀tẹ́yọlá, èyí tó ń bẹ̀. International, nínú pàtẹ́kì, lórí ẹ̀rọ. Ẹ̀ṣẹ́. Àìlọ́wọ́ ìtòjú àjẹ́. Ọ̀tẹ́yọlá, ìtọ́jú, òwò. Ó èyí, ìbàjẹ́, international.
I'm very, very happy to be among you. Those of us here, at least from me to the people on my right, who were once like you, we also wore this white and blue uniform. The only difference was that during our own time, the bag was we didn't have blue strips on the sleeves of our shirts. Otherwise, we are exactly the same. And of course, during our time, we didn't have girls. We were all boys. And till today, some people still resent the fact that it's a mixed two. I just laugh. Because girls are now more than boys in schools. So, my address actually is for you students. And you are very, very privileged. Because at your own time now, there are people talking to you about various careers that are open to you in the future. In our days here, we are the first sex, and so we had nobody to talk to us about any career. We were more or less attending the class and going to the school blind. It was all, there was no science in our time. But that didn't prevent some of us from becoming engineers, funny enough. We had 2 or 3 engineers in my set. So, don't forever forget that whatever you become, this school laid the foundation of whatever it is that you will become. If this school did not handle you well, when you are in the school, there is no way you are going to move forward, talk less of going to the university. No matter how brilliant you are, if you are wrongly taught and you are misguided, you are not going to achieve much. So please take your education very, very seriously. How many of you are planning to go to the university? Put up your hand. That is extremely beautiful. How many of you bother to take JAMB forms? This last JAMB set that came out? Or are those sets left now? Okay, 8, 9. Okay. Sit down, please. JAMB exam is not a joke. It's a bit tougher than NECO, and it may be tougher than WAEC, which means that it's the very best that will score 200 and above. Some universities even take people up to 120 upon 400. But I won't advise you to go to such universities. There are universities that don't go below 200. And you all know all those universities. So, which means you are going to start working very, very, very hard. Not planning to go to university now. What exactly do you want to do after you leave this place? Can one of you just tell me? Please put up your hand and say it. Yes, what do you want to do after you leave this place? Yes, stand up and tell us. Come back.
Lawyer.
You are not paying attention to what I'm saying. If you want to become a lawyer, where do you train to become a lawyer? Sisi Kekere, where do you train to become a lawyer? Essentially, most of you are thinking of one profession or the other. Among us, we have a doctor. And I think the president of the Old Student Association is a lawyer. Which means that we have people on this side who have made it in life. So it's now your turn to go to make it in life. You need education for just anything. Some people say now university education is good for purpose. Fine. Even if it is good for happy parents, go and get it. Go there, undergo the discipline, and see what. If you have problems regarding how to fill your forms when you take the JAMB form, you can consult the principal, or you can consult just any of your teachers. They will help you to fill the form. These are things we never had. Nobody told us that we could write entrance exam to the University of Ibadan then, but that was the only university existing in the country then, when we were living. Nobody told us that we could write exams there. Because when I got to the University of Ibadan, that I know that people could write exam and go direct, instead of my going through the HSC, doing 2 years in the HSC, leaving the place, coming to this school, teaching for 9 months, after which I now went to the University of Ibadan. By the time you add up everything, it was more than 5 years. Whereas if you write the direct entrance exam, you will spend just 4 years and leave the university with your degree. You listen to what I'm saying? Yes or no?
Yes.
And do you have the ambition to go to university? Yes or no?
Yes.
Those of you in the final year, are they here? S3 students. Oh, okay. Those are, most of them claim to have taken the entrance, taking the exam forms. So, you are at 6, 12, 16, 20. You are about 18 in the class in this hall now. Okay. Oh, okay. That's very good. We have a long tradition of our students going to the university. In this school, we have a very long tradition. The first time I met a student from this school in the university was in 1972 or so. I looked at the form and I saw Obokun High School. I said, Obokun High School? Please come. And he became my favorite till he left. Because he came from Obokun High School. And he was the first that I know. And since then, I've seen several of them who went to the university. So it is your turn now to go to the university. No matter what you are planning to do after you leave the university, go and acquire the university education first. There is no substitute for it. You understand what I'm saying? No substitute for it at all. So those of you who failed to take the JAMB form this year, please take the JAMB form next year. And then go on and attend classes, lessons. We have lessons organized where people can take remedial courses in order to be able to pass JAMB. Then, how many of you have been exposed to the use of computers? You only? Those of you in the final year, there used to be computers in this school. What happened? You know, when you write the entrance exam to the university, you are going to use the computer. And there is no way you can do anything without having the knowledge of the computer. I gained the knowledge of the computer as a lecturer. I was already a lecturer in the university when I started learning how to use the computer. And as they say in Ilesa, Adagbakola. So at your age, it's very difficult, it's very easy to master the computer. But when you become old, as I was, what was my age then? I think I was about 32 or 33. It was a bit difficult. But I managed to master the little aspect of it that I wanted to use, because I wanted to apply it to statistics. So, you need the knowledge of a computer before you can write, or you can write an exam to the university. So if you don't have it, please go and attend remedial courses. They are available outside. Such courses are available outside in Ilesa, even in Ilesa. One guy is organizing it, and I told you, no, it's a place behind the upper market. I've seen it signboard several times. so you even know it. So please go and master the use of the computer. Now, when you leave this school, don't forget this school. Since we left this school, we have been in touch. This is not the time for me to be telling us what our set did or what we have not done. The principal had mentioned some of it. But before then, there were so many other things. But the most important thing is, please and please don't forget Obokun High School. No matter what to become, Obokun High School has made you, and there's no way you can become that thing if Obokun High School did not make you. No matter what I become, I'm a product of this school. And no matter what you become, you will become a product of this school. In the old students who take care of their schools, in Igopi College, this 2022, a single old student built a hostel of 400 bedrooms. And as of today, King's College, Lagos, has been taken over completely by the old students. They've taken it over from the federal government. If the old students are left and forget their school, how would that have happened? So please, no matter what you become, please remember this school. It's when you remember this school that you will make it better for those who will still be coming to this school. So I pray all of you turn out to be something in life. Thank you very much.
A round of applause once again. Whatever you become, please remember this. Remember this. I pray it will be well with you in Jesus' name.
Wọ́n lérò tó bá gbàgbé orísun ẹ̀, wọ́n ló máa bẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn ò ní bẹ̀rù. So allow this school to make you, to mold you, and don't allow Okepupa to marry you. I think you get that. The Lord will help you.
Amen. Now we are moving forward.
Gradually,
Yes.
gradually.
It is time to listen to
Our
comrade Oteyola, am I right, sir? Temitope, 1989 on
very well.
information technology,
Clap your hands together.
the abuse of ICT. You are welcome, sir.
Happy.
Principal, our grandpa, the national president of my Student Association, all other protocol duly observed. Permit me to tell a story. You may not know the story, but the story is related to Babaye. When I was a student, I heard of him, Professor Gigi, the professor at OAU. I was in my final year. There and then, I had that ambition of getting to OAU, becoming a professor. I didn't even know that this day will come, that we'll be together. That is why when Comrade Ajayi told me that he want me to come here and deliver a lecture, I I grabbed it with both hands because I see it as an opportunity. We are also in the same committee. Baba don't know me. We've never met before. Baba is name. And that's an impact. I just believe that this opportunity I will also be able to make a little impact in you too. That you have a desire, not necessarily to be an academic, because there is no money in academics. All we do is book and search. We want to, at least to impact you and to change an orientation. Also, that my sister there, we grew up in the same street, Sister Bola. We grew up in the same street. We left each other for so long, after many years now, and we are meeting again. Sister, welcome. I must also say this. I left Ilesa for a very long time. That even my intonation had changed. I did not be able to speak Ilesa fluently again. But ní ìgbà tí mo wà ń bí nígbà mo wà ń bèrè máa ń sọ Ilesa dáadáa. But now it has become frustrated. When I see the personality of the principal, some of us will absconded. That's what I want to say. And as Baba was talking, he was hitting me that you must plow back to your source. I have many of my friends. Some of them are no more in Nigeria. We've absconded. We've forgotten about Ilesa. Let me put it like that. But I think this is a new day, a new dawn, a new orientation. And as our principal was just giving us the chronicle of what has happened, I discovered that myself was completely missed out. It's not our fault. It is also our fault. It's our fault because we decided not to be part of this. It is not our fault because nobody motivated us. And I think I will relate this to my colleague. We have a platform. I will share this experience with them, and I believe we will all turn a new leaf. I will not take much of your time. I know the peculiarity of this gathering. I'm here to speak on, to give a lecture on IT, that's information technology, and its abuse. That's my area of specialization. In fact, my area of specialization is the application of information technology in instruction for teaching. That's just my head. I will start like this. I will want to make this picture so that all of us, particularly my brother in JSS1, can have a grasp of what I'm saying. The national policy in Nigeria, that's information technology policy in Nigeria, made a statement. And that statement is very, very germane. I will read it to us. It says, information technology is the bedrock for national survival and development in a rapidly changing global environment. Sincerely speaking, tí a bá ti yọ IT kúrò, kò lè sí development, kò lè sí survival. The challenge of insecurity we are having, Boko Haram, wọ́n jiyàn pé all these things that are happening can be solved by IT if you are sincere. Ẹnìkan, like this cashless policy we are saying, tí wọ́n bá jẹ ẹnìkan gbé tó fẹ́ tání kó lọ mú owó kan wá tí ò sí pépà, ó máa ní kán mú account. Àwọn mo fẹ́ ká rántí story kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ogun State. Àwọn kan lọ rọ́ wọ́n pa one person tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní CBN pẹ̀lú ìyàwó ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọmọ ẹ̀. Wọ́n lọ rọ́. When they got there, kò sí cash, kò sí paper. And The armed robber was so gullible. Ó ní pé kán ṣe transfer sóhun. Ibi tó kọ́ lọ ẹ̀dẹ́ nìyí. It was after the transfer lórí pé àṣírí òun ti tú. Òsibí tó fẹ́ sá sí mọ́. Wọ́n ti mọ identity ẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ṣe transfer máa gbórúkọ jáde. Tẹ́ bá tẹ nọ́mbà báyìí, á gbórúkọ síta. Tẹ́ bá ti mú báyìí. And in the course ló ṣe pa gbogbo àwọn tó pa yẹn just to cover his track. But can that track be actually be covered? No. If this environment is mapped, tabani CCTV camera. Bọ́dí bá ti wọlé báyìí ní principal ń wò ó àtiwọ́ tó wà ní class tó mú igi tó sọ́ọ̀lù sílẹ̀. Torí kò fẹ́ play table tennis tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní principal ń wò. Now you can't lie. IT will solve that problem for us. So the national policy on the use of IT told us categorically that if you must survive as a nation, then you must leverage on IT. If you must develop as a nation, you must leverage on IT. It's like IT has become water. Without IT, you can't survive. Without IT, you can't develop. Àwọn tá a jẹ́ researcher dáàdi ìsọ̀lẹ̀ kan wọ́n láwọn ń lo kọ̀mpútà fún analysis fún statistical operation. Tàbá fẹ́ run analysis, we need IT. Tàbá fẹ́ wo trend, whatever we want to do, when we want to make empirical decisions, that fẹ́ wà superstitious because one thing tí mo rí in this part of the world, particularly in Africa, is that we are superstitious. Whatever happens, it is either from God or from the devil. If you like it, it is from God. If you don't like it, it is from the devil. And it is a lie. Gbogbo nǹkan ló ní principle. So if there must be development, IT is very, very germane. Tàbá fẹ́ kúrò nínú rat race tá à ń ṣe yìí, IT is very, very important. That is all ẹ̀kan. I like picking on him because I see him as my mentor. Tẹ́lẹ̀ tàbá fẹ́ ṣe JAMB, when I wrote JAMB, examination malpractice for because I lo pencil and paper. Àwọn kan wọ́n lọ sílé Ifẹ̀ ibẹ̀ náà tí wọ́n lọ ṣe exam wọ́n sùn sí títì because wọ́n máa rí question wọ́n máa rí answer. Even when different type was introduced tani type A type B àwọn kan tó mọ bọ́ ṣe ń beat ẹ̀. In fact, when Professor before Jeremy had a meeting with us, I can't pick the date, maybe 2012 or 2013. I can't pick the date. When we want to introduce CBT, I was at the meeting and he was explaining our new faculty board. And I was thinking, can this thing really materialize? And lo and behold, I presented PPT and CBT. Later, PPT Paris. Àbí pencil and paper about say CBT. Through that CBT, ǹjẹ́ mọ̀ pé àti your examination malpractice àti reduce rẹ̀. Now, ní OAU tó bá fẹ́ ṣe post 2 TME, it is online. O ní láti kúrò lẹ̀. O ti reduce traffic lórí títì. O ti reduce wọ́n fẹ́ jíyàn gbé. Tó bá jẹ́ náà tó fẹ́ ṣe post 2 TME, you stay at your home and you write exam through e-platform. Those are what IT can do. So he said, challenges us to devise bold and courageous initiatives to address a host of vital socio-economic issues such as reliable infrastructure, skilled human resources, open government and other essential issues of capacity building. Mo mọ àwọn kan tó jẹ́ wípé ìfá when I learn Java mi ò kọ́ Java ní class. It is true we were taught language, computer languages. We were taught how to write the enclosure, how to write the algorithm. We were taught. But gbogbo eléyìí tó ń kọ́ wa ń gbà yẹn is like kò ń ṣe real thing. You just memorize and you pass exam. Ní ìgbà tí mo fẹ́ kọ́ Java, I learned it through Carnegie Mellon University, OLI, CFU OLI, ni mo ti kọ́. And that is what IT can do. Mo mọ àwọn kan tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n fẹ́ ránṣọ, wọ́n lọ wo YouTube, báwo ló ṣe ń gé aṣọ yẹn, wọ́n wò wọ́n ṣe gé, that's capacity building. Àwọn míì fẹ́ ṣe cake. Now this program tá à ń ṣe báyìí, one like steam men, many people around the world wọ́n wò, it is because of IT, and that is what the national policy is saying. If you can leverage on it, issue pé kò ṣiṣẹ́, ó máa wà minimize, ó máa wà reduce. In fact, many of us buy things online. It is because of IT, and this is what the policy is saying. Now, the IT policies have several objectives, but I decided to pick objective 16 to sọ wípé to integrate IT into the mainstream of education and training. Why am I picking this? I was listening to one woman, a religious woman, and that woman was preaching with all her zeal, and she was telling the students, if you have a Facebook account, you are demonized. You have a demon. Yeah, you know, you can't raise your hand and say, I want to challenge that authority. You also listen. But I know it is my area. We can use any of these social networks to instruct people. So the policy is saying that we should integrate IT into education and training. And that is why I'm equally challenging you as you are seated, particularly our tower near system that need limited IT skills. Particularly for the sake of our exams, let's try and build up the capacity. Mi ò mọ̀ bóyá ní computer lab ni, bóyá àtẹ̀lé ẹni tó lè kọ́ wa ni. Let's build it because it has come to stay with us. In fact, COVID-19 will serve as catalyst to this. Prior to COVID-19, teaching at the F12 face-to-face. Students sit down and you come and write on the chalkboard. And students will learn. The students will just copy whatever you have. I remember when we were here, Simon covered biology. My teacher, I love her so much. Wọ́n máa bá wa kọ grasshopper wá yà tó ju tọ́pọ̀. Wọ́n á ní káwa náà máa yà, àwa náà máa sweat lórí ẹ̀, àwa máa làágùn. Wọ́n á tún là yà dáadáa. Wọ́n á tún ní tàbá fẹ́ kọ àgùdọ̀ ló ní bá ṣe máa ń yà ní ojú gbogbo ara láì biology. I prefer mathematics. But through IT, tí n bá show picture grasshopper, everybody máa rí. Tí n bá fẹ́ show tẹ́jẹ̀ máa ń rìn nínú ara ẹ̀yàn, tí n bá fẹ́ show rẹ̀ through IT I can display it. I remember dem wọ́n sọ fún wa pé ọ̀kan artery, ọ̀kan vein, ọ̀kan gbé oxygenated blood, ọ̀kan gbé oxygenated blood is just imagination. I can't imagine it. Tó bá ti lọ blood yẹn á red, tó bá ti lose oxygen at a green, can't understand it. But with IT, we can show all those ones. We can say this is artery, this is the pulmonary vein, and all those other terminology. So the policy says that we should mainstream the use of IT into education and training. And how are we going to achieve that? That's the strategy. He said, restructuring the education system at all levels to respond effectively to the challenges and emerging impact of the information age, and in particular, the allocation of a special IT development fund to education at all levels. The challenge, in Nigeria, many very good policy system. When it comes to implementation, then we have problem. Now, gbogbo nǹkan tá a sọ yìí bó ṣe dùn tó mi ò rò pé náà là ń lò, ṣé náà ìjọba là ń lò báyìí? À ń lo generator. Yẹ́lò náà ta petrol báyìí. 350, ó ṣì cheaper because I bought 420. 1 liter. That they are 390. So now can the school run? How many liters the school fẹ́ lò per day? Mo ní kí n mú láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ká má pàkúbọ̀ jù. So we have a very good policy statement, but how do we implement it? At every level of education, we're supposed to integrate IT into what we are doing. So tí a bá ní computer lab tí ò bá lè run àjẹ̀bí. Mo mọ̀ pé ní 2013, Goodluck Jonathan ó ṣe policy kan through NCC. Wọ́n pè ní digital awareness program. Wọ́n mú àwọn schools méjì ní local government ní gbogbo débi lórí ẹ̀kọ́ débi. Wọ́n mú schools méjì ní local government. Wọ́n kó 21 computers lọ. Wọ́n fún wọn ní ètòdébí ó dé environment yìí. Wọ́n fún wọn ní mechanical generator. Wọ́n fún wọn ní internet access. Àwọn internet service provider wọ́n provide everything. Bí program yẹn ṣe dáa tó jẹ́ dáàdi ìgbàgbà tó pọ̀ bàjẹ́ ni pé òṣòwò tá a máa fi ra diesel. The generator is there, but òṣòwò tá a fẹ́ fi ra diesel. In fact, wọ́n subscribe sórí kíní wọn tó dà wáyà exp provider wọn fún 3 years. So you have access to internet. But tí náà bá ti lọ kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ lò tí ò bá dẹ̀ ti sí náà nothing can work again. So you see this strategy is good. I'm starting from there so that we will know that IT is not a bad thing. Mo ti gbọ́ many people that sọ wípé kí lẹ́yìn ṣe ní IT yẹn antichrist ní mo tẹ̀ ti gbẹ́ nìkan tó sọ wípé IT ní 666. Ó ní IT ó ní demon 666 antichrist. Èmi ò kì í ṣe antichrist, I know that. So what is information technology? There's no ambiguity about it. According to use IT policy, the national policy says the term information technology means computer. So it's not a big word. When you have a computer, then you are talking of information technology. When you talk of ancillary equipment, support equipment, substantive equipment that behave like computer, that you can use with computer, it is also information technology. Software, firmware or hardware, they are computer. I mean, they are information technology and other procedures. So it is not only about products. It can also be process. It can be services. And all those other stuff, they are also information technology. Then another definition is that it includes any equipment or interconnected system or subsystem of equipment that is used in the automatic acquisition, storage, manipulation, management, movement, control, display, switching, interchange, transmission or reception of data or information. So anything, even a phone, kò ṣe smartphones nìkan ní IT, àwọn tanosọ̀bẹ̀, palasa, they are also IT. In as much that you can transfer information from one end to another. In as much that you can manipulate information through it. Can somebody define computer for me? What is computer? I think we should all know that. That's the first thing you learn. What is computer? Yes, ma'am. Please clap for her, please.
Computer is an electronic machine that sends data, processes data, and brings out the information through outputs to the output.
biggest one. That's very good of you. I really appreciate you. Whatever, anything that can accept data, but must be an electronic device that can process that data and can give you an output. That is a computer. So, what we want to talk about is that thing that we call computer can be abused. I want to round up because I don't want to take much of your time. What is important is you understand what I'm saying. Now, what do we mean by abuse? Abuse simply means misuse. What something is designed for, when you are not using it for that particular purpose, it becomes an abuse. For example, you can abuse drugs. Many people abuse drugs. Nobody prescribe paracetamol for you, but you think, wait for me. Everybody will need paracetamol, or everybody paracetamol kilo. That's an abuse. Now, probably I'm not a medical doctor. Probably you have to use that paracetamol for 3 days or 2 days. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Then you take it the first time, headache love. So you decide not to use it again. It is an abuse. Or make kilo yẹ kó o lò, o decide láti lo mẹ́rin, it's an abuse. So when we talk about abuse, we are talking about misusing. So as good as IT is, IT can be misused, and many of us will misuse it. We use it for a purpose other than what it is expected to be used. So it is an abuse. I remember when I was doing a training in cyber security, and the man that was teaching us said, all of us, we are thieves. Said, all of us that are seated here, you are thieves. Take care of it now. I'm not a thief, but we are all thieves. And he said, he proved it to us. And he said, all the software we are using in Nigeria, we stole it, and it is the truth. All the software we use in Nigeria, starting from the Microsoft Word, Office, whatever Office version you are using, it is stolen. The antivirus you are using, they are stolen. All of us can buy it because we know that is true. The original is too expensive for us. So we always look for a way to bypass it. So when you use all these devices for anything outside what is meant for, then it is an abuse. And it is a criminal act. Hello? I hope you understand what I'm saying. It is a criminal act that one can be culpable. Now let's mention some of the abuse. I have just 4. I don't want to take a time. Abuse of IT. The first abuse that I can see in nearly every life is addiction. Many of us, we are addicted to IT. Some family, the father, the mother, the children, the maid, all of them will be seated. All of them are present in the sitting room. But none of them is discussing with each other. They have their phones and they are discussing with somebody very, very, very far away. The television may be on, but they are not there at all. So by the Tuji, that's an addiction. Some, even while they are walking on the road, they will not even think of their safety. They have the headset and they are listening to music. Mama, we love that. Colorado. That's an abuse. Addiction. When it's taking a vital part of you. And students, don't be addicted to IT. In fact, you have to be disciplined not to be addicted to IT. I always try not to check my phone immediately after it in the morning. I always try. When I will check it again will be when I have break, and the remaining will be late in the night or evening. Because just as you are flipping from one page to another, the time you will spend 8 hours flipping that pages, you will not even know. It will take a better part of you. The most valuable aspect of your life would have been used on frivolity. Please, those of us in SS3, don't be addicted. Tell yourself, I will not be addicted.
I will not be addicted.
We don't see that as evil, but it is. It will make you to procrastinate. When you're supposed to read, you will not read. When you have some tasks to be performed, you will not be able to perform that. Then the next one, I will want to talk about, although I have cyber attack here, I will talk about fake news. It's an abuse. You get an information on your WhatsApp group. You didn't process that information. There are several ways of processing information. In fact, the information may sound illogical, but because you want to break news, you now continue to spread fake news. You listen, take some shots, and you caption it. Fulani men killed 20 Nigerians. And the thing continue to move. A news that is obsolete, you bring it out as if it is still new, and you continue to spread it. In fact, it's a strong offense. It's a criminal offense. You lie against a fellow, and you continue to spread it. Fake news is an abuse. So before you spread any news, process it. Does it make sense? In fact, there is a 4-way test of Rotary Club. Let it pass through that 4-way test. Is it I will read about it? What will be the aftermath? We have to consciously work against that because it's an abuse. Even that abuse on Saturday, that will lead me to the next one, which looks like fake news too. Propaganda. It's an abuse. Propaganda, what is not true? You magnify a false statement. I'm a media person too. So I know what you mean by propaganda. Somebody tied a road of 1 kilometer and brought a magnifying glass and said that road is 500 kilometers. That's propaganda. You magnify a lie. It's also an abuse. Unfortunately, some of our media people, because of maybe brown or white envelope, or blue envelope, or yellow envelope, they engage in that. And they know the influence. So, that's also an abuse. And fine, let me now go to cyber attack. We are all familiar with cyber attack. A lot of activities going on in the cyberspace. You have your account, somebody wants to hack into that account. Somebody wants to steal into that account. I had an experience sometimes. One guy called me, said, you're having a conference, so you will receive a code. When you get that code, you tell me that code. I said, okay, I'll be waiting for the code. And in less than a minute, I received the code. 4 numbers. And he called me, said I should call the code again. Then I called the wrong number. I called the wrong number. I said, what? I said, that's the number. He tried it. Said, that's not the number. I should call the number again. Then I call another number. Said, no, that's, what's the number? What's the one? Because the second one I called, I make sure 3 are correct, only 1 is not correct. And said, the number again. I said 6, 6 as in 16. He tried it. He couldn't get into my account. And the next time he was venting, abusing, and he was cursing. He's just wasting his credit because I know I've done what is right. So somebody trying to hack into your account is a form of cyber attack. Now I have hacking. Somebody wants to steal into your account. Unfortunately too, some of us will download some software and we think they are free. Sincerely, those software are spyware. They are spying all you are doing through it. Your account detail. In fact, if you plug your phone into a public socket, just charge your phone in a public socket, your account can be hacked. Your phone precisely, all the things in your phone, somebody can be monitoring it. All your bank transactions. If you have a girlfriend, you will monitor it. If you do transaction, you buy something, whatever you do, just mere charge. That's hacking. Stealing. It's like somebody staying behind you, looking at what you are doing. So that is hacking. Another one is cloning. I will make my account, it will look like the original, but it's not original. Like banks. In Nigeria, what is common in a cyberspace is a clone bank. They will send something to you, login to, you will see the logo of the bank or GTB or any of the banks. But there's one thing that will be missing. That's one thing I'm still thinking about in all this creating a website. You don't need to change one thing, just one thing. If First Bank is First Bank, www.firstbank.com. If I just look for something, okay, if it is where I have I just put L, then the domain name will be generated for me. I don't know, maybe you understand what I'm saying. Just take on something. Now we have some symbols. We have A. Then we have some symbols also that look like A. So if I remove that original A, and I put that symbol into it, then I have cloned that account. So when you see something like that, and you log in your details, everything about you, then your account can easily be accessed. The account can be cloned. I've created a clone of that account. Then another one is phishing. That one is you are just seeing a link. You want to win 1 million naira, click this. Then they provide another link, click it again. Then you continue to click and click and click and click and you're so. That is another way of abuse. I hope you are following me. Mo mọ̀ pé a máa ti nílò experience rẹ̀ ní àwọn tá a bá ń ṣe nǹkan online. Tó lè jẹ́ pọ́pọ̀ kan ló kàn jáde, you have won $1,000 to redeem. Click this link and you click. Then you have another link, then you click. The more you are clicking, the more you are exposing yourself. Then another one is farming. In farming, you just take a domain name system. You hijack the whole system. For example, if Obokun school, human beings will always be behind it. Assuming this as school have a website. Somebody now take the whole website and now operating it. That's farming. That's also an abuse. Yes, another important one that will be easier for us is password attack. Many of us that have a Facebook account, many people, they have their account, the password has been stolen. In fact, they don't have access to that account again. It happened to you, sir? Just now. So that is it. And that is why we always encourage people to always have two-step verification. If you have two-step verification, and we always also encourage people this is not a course in cybersecurity. You don't use something familiar that people can use when you are creating your password. If I create a password, it will be difficult for somebody to get it. In fact, man need if I make him more exercise what we call it. Because the password is like the key. Then our power to just we are lazy. The password down low from Google account to why your company. So to actually the your company, any account to buy me put in. So that's another one. Then another one is identity theft. If you are to the account to buy, ask for the account here. Our send mail see on was standard in Yugoslavia. I send owó sí mi. The kidnappers can also use it. All these are abused. Then another one I've mentioned spying through ransomware attack. You can spy into people's account. Some people really write. Not like people write virus. They write it so that they can make money. Tobacco virus by the virus never to worry system. You must heal it. So if you must heal that virus, you must patronize them. So iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ní is like they are creating problem so that they can make money. Then I think I will end with internet fraud. We heard of that. Yahoo boy. It's not a good thing. It's an abuse. Although wọ́n tún sọ pé ọ̀kan tó wà kán pè ní Yahoo Plus nísìnyí. Wọ́n tún ní ọ̀kan tó ń jẹ́ Yahoo Plus. All those things are abuse of IT. IT is a very good thing that we must not patronize. But while we are patronizing it, we must be careful. Like I concluded, I said, God doesn't kill, people do. That has been my slogan. I believe nothing is bad and nothing is good. I don't want to go philosophical again. I believe nothing is bad, nothing is good. What you use it for determines whether it is good or whether it is bad. If you see penicillin on your stale bread, you will be angry. Àbí kí n gbé ẹ̀fà tí mo pàgbé lánàá báyìí kíkiní ti wù sórí ẹ̀ púpọ̀ ti wù sórí ẹ̀ inú mi á bàjẹ́ pé báwo ló ṣe lọ Ọlọ́run ṣe dá bísìn tó fi wù sórí ẹ̀bà mi. Bọ̀tí bá ní egbò tó kọ̀ tí ò jiná tó bá mú penicillin tó bá mi fi sójú egbò dépò wa jiná tẹ́nu mi ò ní dùn. So can we not say penicillin is bad or it is good? And tabak gbẹ̀gbọ́n sórí bíi for 20 years ìbọn yìí ò ní pa anybody. Kò sí bá a ṣe lóde ẹ̀ tó mi ò mọ bí bó jẹ́ SMG bó jẹ́ AK-47 mi ò mọ nínú hand grenade tá a bá yọ pin ẹ̀ tá a bá gbé sórí bí kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣe ó máa wà ń bẹ̀ until tí wọ́n madman tó bá decide to act on it. That is why a gun will kill. God bless all of us. Thank you.
Please, you can do it. A round of applause. In fact, I have learned more. And, sister, how far now?
Not too far.
Ṣé ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ abẹ́ ẹ̀kẹ́kọ̀ọ́?
What that we will call them. I want to ask a question. Please, what is the full meaning of IT? I don't need chorus answer. What is the full meaning of IT? Emmanuel, come forward and kneel down here. First time, I don't need chorus answer. Second time, sit down. You said, what are you supposed to say? What is IT? What is the full meaning of IT?
Information technology.
When your teacher is asking you question, you be on your feet. Please clap for her. information technology. Ó dàbí orí ẹ̀kọ́ mo ti fi kọ́ ẹ̀dà tí dájú náà sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan wọ́n nígbà lẹ́yìn bá kọ́ kínní ní arúgbó ara ẹni mọ́ fẹ́ lè díẹ̀ ọlọ́run kínní tá a gbé lọ́wọ́ yìí náà please àwa tá a jẹ́ ìyáálé gan àti wà addicted to it.
Yes.
There was a time I was playing game on this phone. Kì í ṣe fóònù eléyìí ò tán lọ́sọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. In fact, tí mo bá ti jọ gbọ́ báyìí, màá ti gbé pram. Tí mo ti jókòó báyìí, pram. Ó ní ẹjọ́ ẹ̀dùn náà. Ṣé ìṣèwé kí ni ìdìbò ẹ̀ máa di gan mi? Bí ìní gbé bíbélì o.
Yẹn náà tó.
Bí ìní gbàdúrà o. Ṣùgbọ́n màá máa play game. So I called myself. I said, this video is becoming too much. I have to. So I discipline myself. And since then. So if I've been addicted to phone, please discipline yourself. The Lord will help you.
I have learned much today.
She learned much today. That is what she said.
The meaning of IT.
Again.
Èmi gan fẹ́ wò pé nínú nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ fún wa yìí.
Okay.
I've learned about the advantages
And
the disadvantages.
okay.
In which
Merit and what?
Merit.
Thank you.
He called it abuse of IT. Let's move on.
Let's go there. Okay. By this time, we want to recognize the people that have been helping us. Because from London, from Germany, they have been watching us. Am I right? Those of you that are there watching us, we appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
And we recognize you. We love you. Because things are happening here. We have been told how to make use of the what? IT. Papa, grandpa, which is my adopted grandpa. You know, he has story.
Auntie, be careful.
Speak of tongue, you know, someone. So we have learned much today, and as a result of you that are there watching us, we appreciate you once again, and we believe that before the end of today's program, you too will have something to send back home. Am I right?
Yeah.
About learning?
No.
Once
again, I want to appreciate our doctor, Dr. Oteyola Tebitope.
We appreciate
for his speech and video to us. Please round of applause for him.
Thank you so much.
We are moving gradually.
Kò tó move on. Mo rí pé stop yẹn pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Dọ́kítọ̀ ṣáàtì ń dà á lẹ́yìn. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ṣe pé bóyá wọ́n ń wo kí wọ́n ń bẹ̀ yẹn.
Continue.
Wò ó lè tí dúró. Àwa gẹ́gẹ́ wo ojú aago pé ilé wọ́n ṣáà ń dà á lẹ́yìn. Ó gbè mí náà kí n máa dà á lẹ́yìn báyìí.
Máa dá.
Orí ọ̀fẹ́ rí gbogbo wa yóò fún wa. Nígbà tó tẹ̀sán débi yáàpìsì gan. Mo rí máa tó kàn ń mi sọ yòókù mọ́. Wọ́n kàn yọ kó lè tí náà kí bá kù. Àwọn kan wà náà wá sí kékeré ìwé tí wọ́n ti lọ lójú ọ̀nà lóòótọ́.
Àti small.
Ṣé mo ti lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni? Ó lè fà mí padà o. Torí ẹ̀ lè tù mí lára bí.
Now I want to call our comrade, Honorable Sunday Amore.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. The distinguished grandpa of Obokun High School, Professor LKJJ. The distinguished Mama Obokun, Mrs. Olowoyo. May the Lord continue to strengthen you in Jesus' name. And I would also like to appreciate our daddy, the brain behind the good looking nature of our mom, Pastor Seson Olowoyo. Thank you so much, sir. I would also like to appreciate the presence of the VPs in the house. My colleague, colleague, the old student here present. And I would also like to appreciate the national president of all students, Obokun High School Student Association, Barrister Bode Ashaolu, in absentia. I know he's with us in spirit. Then also I would like to acknowledge the Afric Edge TV under the leadership of Deaconess Deacon Adeboye Ashaolu. I'm sorry. Then I would also like to appreciate the teachers. Please let's clap for all the teachers in the house. They are doing a very good job. Then I will greet the students too. I was once like you, and I am happy to be before you this afternoon as a whole student. And I know one day you are going to be like this. That one is very certain. But you can only achieve this if you face your studies. I want you to congratulate yourself for being a student of Obokun High School. I'm always very proud to have passed through Obokun High School. Everywhere I go, I can tell you that I'm a light. And the reason why I am a light is because I have been able to pass through Obokun High School. So currently, I am a House of Assembly candidate for the Osun State House of Assembly under a younger progressive party. And this thing wouldn't have been possible if I have not been baked, I have not been cooked well by the teachers of Obokun High School. I remember Mama also used to say something that if you pass through Obokun High School and you do not allow Obokun High School to pass through you, you are done for. You know, wherever you see Obokun High School graduate or student, they always stand up. So clap for yourself. This afternoon, I am pleased to speak on the topic, trait of a good leadership. Trait of good leadership. What are the traits of good leadership? That is what I want to tell us. Who is a leader? Who is a leader? I'm not okay. Should we keep it? All right, can you please tell us something?
A leader can be defined as the person who sees away what other cannot see.
Praise the Lord. Let's clap for her. Let's clap for her. She has just added to what I want to present. You know, a leader can be a man or a woman. I always say that a leader is an ordained person. Person ordained to protect, to provide, to take very good care of what the Lord God has put in his or her jurisdiction. Then what are the traits of a good leader? The traits, we have as many traits of good leader as possible. But the mother of it all is godliness. What do I say? Godliness. The reason why I say godliness is the mother of all these traits is because anyone or any leader that possesses godliness attribute has it all. Because if I want to be telling us that integrity is one of the good traits of a leader, good moral is one of the traits that we are talking about in leadership. Then to be honest is also one of the good traits that a good leader is supposed to do or to possess. And let me tell you, if you have all these virtues, all these traits, this will make you to stand out among your peers. And let me tell you, if you are a leader and you possess all these good traits, I want to assure us that the problems of our country will surely be minimized. Even it will be reduced. Because I can assure us that the major problem we are facing in Nigeria is lack of good leadership. And it is very unfortunate that many of us that are growing up, we have not even had, should I say, experience of good leadership as far as the political, terrain of this nation is concerned. We might have experienced good leadership maybe in the home, we might have experienced it in the school, we might have experienced it in our churches or in our mosque, but we have missed it in the political arena of this nation. So we have different type of leaders. We have the political leader, who I can tell you has been saddled with responsibility of controlling every other leaders. Because as we are sitting down today, if the President Muhammadu Buhari give an order and he said that all of us should not come out today, I want to give us assurance that nobody will dare come out. So by virtue, I don't know whether it's by virtue of Nigerian law, the political leaders, they are above every other leaders. Another type of leaders that we have the spiritual and the religious leaders. The religious leaders, they are ordained by God. And if you look at it today, there are many so-called spiritual and religious leaders who do not possess all the quality that I've mentioned earlier. Integrity is not in them. Faithfulness is not in them. There are a lot of good traits of a good leader that they do not possess. Now when you look at it, you look at the academic leaders too. Example of this is our principal, Mama Olowoyo. Even if I want to tell us that the practical of this my speech is what Mama stands for. Because Mama, it has been positive and positive all the way. Mama is very humble. Mama is honest. Baba ṣe fẹ́ kọ́ ṣe nǹkan bó ṣe máa ṣe, ṣùgbọ́n bó ṣe fẹ́ kọ́ ṣe nǹkan yẹn bó ṣe máa dáa ni. So I think I've learned that from her. I say something. I say it's always good to be maybe to be good. You understand? So Mama is an example of a good leader. So also is our Baba here present. Baba has shown service to humanity. According to what Mama just told us. Baba took it upon himself. And I'm very sure, by the grace of God, if I want to ask for one thing for Baba, I will pray that the Lord should spare the life of Baba. Because the last time I met Baba was telling me that he wants to do more for the school. So I pray that the Lord will continue to strengthen Baba in Jesus' name. And I want to also use this opportunity to implore some of our whole students that we should emulate Baba, because Baba has set a very good pace. So example of good leadership that I'm telling us here, you can easily find it in Baba. Alabajo tí gbogbo èèyàn fi ń adopt Baba as their grandpa. But let me say this. Don't be selfish with this thing. Grandpa gbogbo wa ni. So nobody can say this Baba is his own grandpa. So I will also use this opportunity, because from all what I have learned, maybe from my family, religion, from the academic space, I want to tell us officially that by March 11, 2023, my name will also be on the ballot paper. I'll be contesting for House of Assembly. God's willing, I am elected. Ọlọ́run ti bọ́tà búrẹ́dì wa ní ilé ìwé ìtúni yẹn. Because number one, ara wọn trade good leaders. Èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọmọnìyàn. Kí n má sọ pé ìfẹ́ ara ìlú náà. You must have, let me say, human feeling. Let me put it that way. The love of the people at heart. That is number one quality our political leader supposed to possess. Anybody tó bá tiẹ̀ fẹ́ lọ sí ipò òṣèlú ó yẹ kí ẹ́ńjìn kan wà táwọn máa test. Ṣé ní ìdán tiẹ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́ aráàlú? Ṣé kìí ṣe ẹni táwọn èèyàn ṣáà máa sọ̀rọ̀ tí ò ní dáhùn? I hope you can see what is going on now. Àwọn nǹkan kan ń ṣẹlẹ̀. And àwọn tó dẹ̀ wà at the ends of affair wọ́n ṣe bí ẹni bí àwọn ò gbọ́. Wọ́n ṣe bí ẹni bí àwọn ò rí. Kò lè yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. So I want to beckon on us as we are growing. All these traits that I've mentioned, I hope you have written them down. I want you to practice them. Kò ṣe pé ká máa sọ lẹ́nu nìkan, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa practicalize it. Integrity ló máa ń jẹ́ ká stand out láàrin ẹgbẹ́. A ní Ṣọlá jẹ́bẹ̀ ọmọ dáadáa. So ẹ jẹ́ ká máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ rere nípa tiwa. Thank you and God bless you all.
Ìwà rere ẹ̀ṣọ́ ènìyàn. Àwọn náà ti wá ṣèpolówó tí mo sanwó fún. Wọ́n á wá sanwó yẹn lórí ìjókòó bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe dókòó yẹn. Ìpolówó tẹ́ ẹ̀ sanwó fún yẹn. Tẹ́ ẹ wá polówó yẹn.
Ọ̀nà rẹ̀ kò máa sàn.
Oyoyoyoya. Ẹgbẹ́ bá wa gbé tírè tó wà
lẹ́yìn
kẹ́tẹ́ tó gbọ́ owó.
Ọ̀nà rẹ̀ kò Sunday àmọ̀rẹ̀. Àìsàn onígbàgbọ́.
Ẹ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú tíkà chẹ́ẹ̀kì ni.
Ṣọ́ni tó bá jẹ́ nípa tìyẹn, ilé la wà. Àfìgbà gúdúgúdú ni wá.
Àkọ́kọ́ tún lálẹ́.
Àwọn kì í sọ kí ní kan fún yín, òun ṣe ilé mi ni mo wà. Ṣé èèyàn kan ò lè halẹ̀ mọ́ mi nílé mi? Àwọn máa rí lẹ́yìn sí.
Wọ́n ní wọ́n ti dé tẹrù wọ́n ní sábà.
Wọ́n gbèsè mi létí.
Wọ́n ti dé tẹrù.
Nígbà tí èmi àgbàgbọ́
Màmá wọn ní òní gbàgbé mi, ọ̀nà rẹ̀ kò àmọ̀rẹ̀ ni.
Mọ́mí náà wá fi kí ni èkejì ń ganan?
Àǹtí kó tẹ̀lé.
Já sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹni sùúrù ẹ ti láì gbowó jù. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀
ìdúró tó wà yìí olówó yan ló dúró yìí. Àbí o.
Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ pa dídà.
Òkè.
Wọ́n wá ṣe àwọn case study kan. Òkè. Wọ́n ní Mrs. Olówó yọ. Òkè. Ní practical example
Tí àwọn rí pé it's good to be good, a good leader.
wọ́n wá tún kúrò níbi bẹ̀ yẹn. Wọ́n bọ́ sọ́dọ̀ grandpa. Wọ́n wá sọ kíní kan pé grandpa gbogbo wa ni. Kì í ṣe grandpa gbogbo wa o. Grandpa mọ̀ wọ́n mọ́ ẹ o.
Olúwa o.
Àǹtí.
Ó dàrí.
Àwọn náà fẹ́ sí sáyé. Sínú kíkẹ́ àbí sínú ìkẹ́. Sorry. Àwọn náà fẹ́ fi sáyé adopt grandpa.
Ó fi sáyé adopt wọn náà.
Grandpa graduate ti pọ̀ o.
Grandpa àwọn tó bá yín lọ dé bóyá tírọ́ọ̀kì láìpẹ́ lónìí àti ìmọ̀.
Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ló máa ń yà táyé náà wà lọ́dà báyìí.
Gbogbo yẹn sáfẹ́ di grandchildren, grandpa. It is good to be good. Can a grandpa no good? And you must always say we want to be his grandchildren. Pastor has done a lot for us in this school, and we appreciate you once again. The Lord God of heaven will continue to replenish your pulse in Jesus' name.
Amen.
So we want to move forward because of our time.
Once again, we want to appreciate our honorable.
Okay.
For the good speech
That's
of leadership he has given to us. A round of applause, please.
Let's
Honorable, thank you, sir. God bless you, sir.
Láyé ìjọ ti lọ sí house ó ti dé o, honestly. Ó lọ ó dé pa.
Àti náà tẹ̀lé sí ọ̀sẹ̀ ẹ̀jọ̀ mo wà ń lé o.
Jẹ́ ó mọ̀ ọ́ lọ́wọ́.
Ajọ́ ń lọ ní igbó ni ẹ̀.
Ẹ ṣé o, God bless you all. Now, the next.
We have a little playlist. A little playlist, please.
Please, let's be quiet.
we are very fast with it, okay? You can come in, please.
Be short about it. Thank you.
Everybody knows me well. If you look me up and down, you will know that it's true. Stand a living, 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 stand a living. Good day, everyone. My name is Dr. Vivo. I'm here to enlighten you about my profession, which is medicine and surgery. Firstly, who is a doctor? A doctor is a specialist who is trained to heal people in the practice of medicine. The study of medicine. This involves the study of disease processes, their causative and preventive factors, and the appropriate management of these diseases. What does it require to study medicine? Any average serious-minded student must be able to study medicine. The medical school program is patterned in such a way that students are trained on how to be careful, diligent, and be able to face stressful conditions without fatigue. Number 3, what subject do I need to pass before I can be admitted to study medicine? Those who want to choose their career must have good grades in science subjects like mathematics, English, physics, biology, and chemistry. After the school program, there is a year housemanship program where trainee doctors are learn more in the hospital to be a specialist. Further subject is necessary. Number 4, job opportunities. A doctor can be admitted in an hospital or international health organization, e.g. World Health Organization, WHO, United Nations International Children Emergency Fund, UNICEF. Subjects that is required to be passed in UTME are English, physics, chemistry, and biology. The 6 years is required to study medicine. 5 years is for housemanship, while the 1 year is for NYC program. Thank you.
Welcome to you. IT doctor. I'll tell you a lot.
A nurse is what is nursing? Nursing is a profession within the healthcare sector focused on taking care of individuals who are sick to recover and maintain their optimal health. What is required to study nursing at school? You must pass in your UTME English, mathematics, biology, physics, and chemistry. What skills does it require? What skills does it require to be a nurse? A person that wanted to be a nurse must be loving, caring, passionate, and you must be able to tolerate other people's temperament, like people that are sick, that are very tempered, that are hot-tempered, that they will not be able to take care of their personal health. It is the duty of the nurse to look after them. And there are 2 different ways that you can achieve your nursing course. You can go to university and you can go to different nursing schools in the country. Like if you want to go to university, you must go through the UTME or direct entry. If you want to go to university with direct entry, you will spend 5 years. But if you use your UTME, it will require 5 years for the service. But if you go to nursing school, you will spend 3 years for the general nursing course and 1.5 years for the area of specialization like UBC and other things. And there are different job opportunity and prospects in nursing. You can work in working in an hospital. Graduates of nurse can work in a establishment of medical center, paramedical, NGO of youth enlightenment and development agency. Thank you.
Lawyer Fadala Oluwajumoke. I'm from SS2 Atlas. I'm here to enlighten you about my profession, which is law. Firstly, what do you mean by law? Law is a study that deals with rules and laws and its interpretation that a society or government develop in order to deal with crimes, agreements, and socialization. The study of law. The study of law is the application of principles of law, local and international status, decrees exercised by law on their applicability to the societal problems. For this purpose, one of the terrorists has described law as the instrument of social engineering. What does it require to study law? The study of law requires the ability to read widely because of the voluminous nature of the course. A prospective student must have the ability to assimilate quickly and potential to make simple analysis so as to enhance the applicability of the law. Furthermore, any student who chooses law as a career must be expressive. That is the ability to express one thoughts or feelings accurately, and also have the ability to think. What subject do I need to pass before I admitted to study law? Generally, 5 ordinary levels to study law in Nigeria universities. However, each course has its own peculiarities. For law, English language, literature in English, and any other 3 subjects in this following: government, history, geography, economics, and science. Some universities require a credit or pass in mathematics, e.g., Universities of Lagos or Olabisi Onabanjo universities, Hago Iwoyi Ogun State. How many years of study am I required to undergo? There are 2 ways of studying. There are 2 ways of getting into universities to study law. That is the university's matriculation examination, UTME, where students are required to write an entrance examination and through JAM. In the latter case, no examination is required. Also, you have to spend 5 years in the latter 4 years. After the successful completion of 5 years or 4 years in the universities, a degree in law will be awarded. The degree is called Bachelor of Law. These 5 years of study must be grounded in students with theories of principles. Job opportunities for law. The legal profession is a versatile profession. That is, a law has any opportunities to work in a large organization or establish, aside from the traditional work of lawyer. A lawyer can also work in an organization or department like banks, government ministry, prospectors, academics, and legal advisor. Thank you.
I'm Damola. I'm here to talk about my profession, pharmacy, which I'm a pharmacist. I would like to define the word pharmacy. A pharmacy is the science technique that produces and dispenses of drugs. Pharmacy is all about making drug accuracy. Pharmacy has been in existence before man has not created medicinal plants for personal illness and herbs. What study may I have? Study of pharmacy. Pharmacy can be divided into three major aspects: pharmacology, pharmacognosis, and pharmaceutical chemistry. The study what does it require to study pharmacy? As in other health service courses, pharmacy requires everyday study, researches, and practicals. Intending students must prepare to face the stress course all through the year of study. How many years to study am I required to undergo? Pharmacy is a 5-year course in any Nigerian university. If admission is through UTME, it's 4 years through the direct entry. After the award of Bachelor of Pharmacy, Master's and Doctorate degree can be pursued in the following branches of pharmacy: pharmacology, pharmacognosis, and pharmacy. The subjects are required to appear to go through the profession in UCM, physics, biology, English, and chemistry. Job opportunities and prospects. A graduate of pharmacy can work in hospitals, national organizations, enforcement agency, emergency institutions, as lecturers. Thank you.
From SS2B Commercial. I'm here to enlighten you on my profession, which is accountant. That makes me an accountant. Firstly, what is accounting? What do we mean by accounting? Accounting can be defined as the process of classifying, measuring, interpreting, summarizing, collecting, presenting. What is the right required for a student who is ordered to go of financial accounting? For a student to read an accountant, you have to be an analytical and bold-minded student. You have to be diligent, honest, transparent at all your works. What subject you are required to do for UCM? For a student to read an accountant, you have to do a subject, following subjects: these are maths, English, commerce, and financial accounting. What subject does I require to pass if I want to become an accountant into a university? I have to have degrees, have a good credit in the following subjects, which are maths, English, commerce, financial accounting, and economics. What years can a student undergo in university? A student must undergo 4 years in university and other diploma certificates or certificates in account technique are entered through direct course in any university who are able to spend 3 years at the university or any polytechnic or any college of their choice. What job can I require for as an accountant? I can work at a bank, financial organization, industry, financial places that are doing with accounting. For students for my fellow students that are still at the junior class that are having in mind of being accountants, you must go into a commercial class. Not having in mind of being accountant and going to art class is not eligible to your work at all. You must go into commercial class. And if you want to be an accountant, you must be transparency, honest, diligent, obedient, have a good have a good day and be always like for work always. Thank you.
Teacher in my country, everybody knows me well. If you look me up and down, you will know that it's true. Standard living, standard living, standard living, standard living, standard living, standard living, standard living. Good day, everyone. My name is Obokun Abisola Isa. I'm from SS2C, Art Class. I am here to enlighten my profession, teaching, which makes me as a teacher. Education involves the impartation to knowledge into learners. Education is so important to all nations that cannot afford it to not to be educated its own citizens. No doubt, education is the mother of all discipline. Education is synonymous with teaching. Teaching is a noble profession. Though in this part of the world, teachers are yet to be appreciated because no one undermines the role of teacher in society. Great teachers! The study of education. Education is all about developing an individual, not only in academics but also in characters. As a result, the study of education covers areas like developmental psychology, philosophy of education, gene and counseling, etc. The study of different learners, differences have affected their background and environment. What does this require to study education? The study of education requires commitment to the professions. One must be willing to read a lot and ahead. One must also have the learners at mind and be patient with them because while some are brilliant, others are very slow learners. What subject do I need to pass before I can be admitted to study education? Courses in education are offered at College of Education and University. At College of Education, one is expected to study for 3 years, which a Nigerian certificate of education is given, and at university, a minimum of 4 years is to be spent, and degree certificates of education are awarded. Thereafter, owners of NCE are admitted into 2 orange levels at university. Job opportunity or prospects for education. Education is lucrative. Those who are good at their subject will find it easy for them to get jobs as teachers, lecturers, administration. Not even can establish to run it up. If you are able to write your name and speak a polite thing, please give kudos to your teachers. Thank you.
Engineering my country, everybody knows me well. When you look me up and down, you will know that it's true. The living, standard living, the living, standard living, standard living. My name is Ilesa Emmanuel. I'm from SS1 Science class. I want to talk about my profession, which is mechanical engineering. Firstly, we have 4 types of engineering. We have civil engineering, mechanical engineering, agricultural engineering, electronic and electrical engineering. I want to talk about my profession, which is mechanical engineering. What is mechanical engineering? It is the branch of engineer that deal with the study of the design, construction, and use of a wide variety of equipment, ranging from manufacturing and power generation equipment to consumer goods. It is deal with the construction of a gadgets that convert energy into a useful mechanical form. E.g., mechanical engineering in fuel is converted into the kinetic energy in automobile. What does this require to study mechanical engineering? Mechanical engineering who specialize in machine design and construction to fulfill particular needs. They must have a knowledge of past developments and ingenuity to produce new combination of old machine parts and inventiveness to develop new parts. They must also understand a given machine to be used. What subject did I need to pass before admitted to study mechanical engineering? General entry requirements are uniform in all the universities. A prospective student must have 5 credit pass into the more than 2 sitting in each or her school certificate examination. These subjects are English language, general mathematics or further math, physics, chemistry, biology or agricultural science. How many years of study are required to undergo? There are 3 ways of getting into the university to study mechanical engineering: university matriculation examination (UME), direct entry, both through JAMBs, and pre-degree program. In the first case, you are required to spend 5 years, while you spend 4 years if admitted through direct entry. Admission through the pre-degree takes 6 years. After completion of the 4, 5 or 6 years in the university, a degree in mechanical engineering will be awarded. The degree is called Bachelor of Technology (BTech). Bachelor of Science (B-Science) depend on the type of university, that is conventional university or University of Technology. Job opportunity. Who wants study mechanical engineering can work in this following place: production of companies and industry, Ministry of Work and Houses, construction of company, institution of higher learning.
This program is transmitted live from Happy Place TV. Thanks for being there.
We thank you for being there watching us live on Africa HTV. The playlist that our student does showcase is telling us about all the profession, that no one is to be left aside. All professions are good. Try to pick one and follow your dream. Thank you.
See, I am senior in care.
Thank you.
So you know what? Bàbá àwọn ẹ̀rọ wọlé. Wọ́n ṣe profession wọlé. Doctor, àwọn onílọ́yà àti ẹ̀rọ. Wọ́n wò pé kí n sábà wá lè jẹ́ sáwọ̀ nígbàdé ni. Ṣé wọ́n lè máa ìkóṣe náà? Ọmọ.
Ògbèrà kan.
Israel.
Ògbèrà kan.
Kò sí profession tẹ̀lé ọkùn tí kò dáa.
Bọ́ọ̀lù ní ká mú ẹ̀fún lénìí. Ìwé la ka o. Àdìlòrò. Àbáwọn máa dìbò sí ìní. And the Lord God of heaven will help those of you that are coming behind us in Jesus' name. But make sure you read your book. Make sure you study. Because if you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a nurse, it's not a play. It's not a play. You want to be a teacher, it's not a play. You must really work hard. And as you are reading, I believe that something good will come out of it in Jesus' name.
Now I want to call on Comrade Ike Olatibosun. We will be beginning to have our way to greatness in life. A round of applause, please.
Thank you for this opportunity, good opportunity. I really appreciate it. Let me start by appreciating our daddy, our grandfather, in Obokun High School. We always see our daddy in the front. Whatever we are doing, all other sets, what can I say? What all other sets are done as a group, daddy has superseded. Daddy has done more than that. Single-handedly. Daddy, I say thank you, sir. Excellent, sir. God bless, sir. And everyone, sir. And I appreciate my daddy that stepped behind our doctor. Daddy will say thank you, sir. And I really appreciate our daddy in person of Pastor Oluwo. One thing I want us to know is that whatever that money is doing, I can tell you daddy is doing 1,000% of it. Because if daddy doesn't allow money to do it, we say in everything, husband lead. Is mommy pick from what if we know daddy very well, we know that daddy do more than this. Because I was talking to my colleagues that since we have left Obokun, I have never seen any principal. I'm sorry to say this, that have performed the way mommy has performed. The way that mommy loves this school, nobody. I can say it, no principal ever, the way the old students are coming to help the school, that means there is something inside the principal that brings good to people. Mommy once again, and other protocol are duly observed. I will speak on pathways to greatness. I will pick mommy as my case study. Teaching is a profession. And when we are talking about greatness in life, greatness means you to be outstanding, to be different from others in every aspect of life. When they say this man is a great man, that means you are great. Today we are celebrating mommy. Mommy organized this program because mommy is great. All what we are saying today, mommy did this, mommy was able to do this, that's greatness showing in our way. Okay, I will start this way by in life, we are all students. Once I was like you, I want you to know that I have previous. And also, please stand up. No. You. Yes. This one of our prefects. In SS3, we have so many students. If you want to mention people that are great in SS3, we mention the prefects. And there is something that makes them to be great. And there is something that they are doing. Please sit down. And there is something that they are doing that separates them from others. The first thing is, as a student, you have to set a goal for yourself. You have to set a goal for yourself. I always tell students, whenever I have opportunity to talk to students, when I was in school, I will tell you that someone that wants to have 8A, that wants to clear all his subjects with A, the way the person will be preparing will be different from someone that just wants to have 5 credits or level pass. That's the level of greatness. That's why I mean that the first thing is that you have to set a target for yourself. What is the target? What do I want to be? Greatness. Okay, greatness. You can't just be speaking it without having a target. They said that 1,000 miles journey starts by itself, begins by itself. What do I want to be in life? Set a target and a goal for yourself. I want to become a lawyer. I want to become a doctor. And when I become a doctor, I want to be among one of the greatest doctors, not just ordinary doctors. Thank you. And because of our time, I will rush my point. The first thing, and the second one is that you have to celebrate your success. Where you are today, you might be in GS1, GS2, see SS3. That's a place. If they did if from you are promoted from second primary school to secondary school, that's why you are in GS1 or SS3. That's a level of success. You have to first celebrate that one. Even in your class, if you are the last, as in, let me say you have 20 and always you top you lead the class from behind. First of all, celebrate that so that you can know this is where you can easily get there. And one good news is this: there is no time in life that you cannot change, that you cannot create that picture that you want. I told you that the first point is that set a goal. And after that, you have set a goal, you have celebrated where you are. This is my goal. How will I get to that place? Okay, I am here now. I want to get to that place. Where will I pass? Will I pass through this place? Will I take it? That's creating a vision. What you cannot vision, you cannot become it. The vision, the future you cannot vision. You cannot feature them. If you cannot feature that kind of future, this is what I want to be. You can never be there. That's why you have to create vision. Create your own vision. Your own no. One of my father in the Lord said something. He said, if it's raining, can we see umbrella under canopy? Can you use umbrella under canopy? Is it possible for us to use umbrella under canopy? That's when you are running under someone else's vision, that you don't have your own vision. You are just running under that person's vision. Okay, my daddy said you have to do that, and you are just running under. That's you having an umbrella inside rain and you stand under canopy. Nobody will see you. It's until when you come out, bring out your own umbrella. That's your own vision. Pursue it so that you can get there. And another point is you take action towards it. Take action. When our daddy was talking about ICT, our daddy, professor, was talking about future. He said, some of you should raise up hand if you collected JAMB form. That if you want to go to university and some doesn't raise up their hand, it will be a slap on your face if you want to write this year wide and you have not already taken JAMB form. That means you have not pictured that university that you want to go to. If I ask some of you now, which school do you want to go to? Which course do you want to study? What is the cutoff of that school? What is the cutoff mark of that school? Most of you will be looking at me. What is this one saying? Let me first of all do my JAMB, Daddy. If I pass what I'm thinking about this. That means you have not even pictured what you want to be. It's after you picture it that you take action towards it. Picture your picture, take action towards it. And when you take action, you have picture the picture, you are walking towards that way. Stay persistent. Stay on that lane. There is hardship. There are so many difficulties that will come your way. There are so many things. I will say something. I will just make this illustration. When I was in this place, we are 3 good friends. Today, out of the 3, I'm the only one that have another certificate after secondary school. And we are 3 best friends. 3 best friends. We see each other today, we sleep with each other. But one thing I realized that by the time we did our first wife, we failed woefully. So it's not that I started for wife once and I passed. I failed woefully. It's after going back, go to lesson, do GC. Okay, I want to continue. It's like, it's not for me. But me, because I have set a goal for myself, I have created that vision. I have to further. Daddy said something. Daddy said he said when he was in Obokun school, there's nothing like science class, but some of their sets became an engineer today. If I tell you that when I was in Obokun school, I'm in art class, will you believe? And today I'm an accountant. So that means when I was still like you, I've never created that. I've never seen that picture. I've never created that vision. I was just in secondary school. Oh yeah, go to art. Just do like I've never known. I've never even sat down. Look at what do I want? What do I want to be? What do I want to become in life? I can give you an example of some of us that we are in art class together. Then some are in engineering. Some are engineers today. And why some still proceed to become a lawyer, journalist or something. When we had an argument in our alumni group one time like that we were saying that some of the executives are science students, some are commercial students, some are art students. I said something that I'm in art, so when we are in Obokun, but I didn't remember the last time I read a novel on anything concerning art. At least I graduated from school more than 10 years ago. I've started more than 10 years ago. So I didn't know anything. So look at, we finished 2000. I gained admission 2004. So since then, I have not known anything about art again. So most of you that you are here today, please go home. It's not too late. If you know that there is nothing driving you, there is no force inside you telling you to take that step, please sit down and look at where you want to be tomorrow. We are saying something. They said we should go and study engineering in school. They said we should go and study law. They said I should go to college. I should go and study education. Mommy study education today. We are celebrating that. There are so many, what can say? There are so many people that mommy graduated with the same year in school that they have not for once teach a student after their TP. Because that picture, they didn't say it. They are just following other people's vision and dream. Please kindly create your own vision and your own future. Please be seeing it what you want to be. And the lastly is have the right support. Have the right support. The idea of bad addict, I always say that when you know come láàrin òtòṣì mẹ́wàá òtòṣì gbogbo wọn. If you are in a group and you are the best students, you are the one topping them, you are the best. You are the best among your friends. Please look for another set of friends that will give you challenges. Because those people will bring you down. They will bring you to their level one day. If you are not looking at people above you. Please look for people that have moved ahead of you in that profession, in that thing that you want to be. That's why in politics they will say that they have godfathers, leaders. Those are people that have gone ahead. They have passed through that road. Daddy was saying something, I pick it from his word. He said during their days, there is nobody that told him that, CEO, if you want to go to UIO, there is something they call direct, that you just go for entrance exam and go. That he has to go through wasting HSCE and come back to this place, teach for 9 months or something. Why? All those 3 years is supposed to have been final year. So that's why you have to look for someone that have gone ahead of you and create the right company. The right company. Please create the right company and the right avenue. I will leave you with this quote. It's not too late to take youth on and make a great son. Whatever you do, your future is in your hand. Your destiny is your hand. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are very much blessed through your speech. He made us to understand that number one, you celebrate your success. Then number two, have a target. Have a vision, set a goal where you are going. Don't just be waking up in the morning, I am going to school. Follow up. I am going to school. Where's my bag? And at the end of everything, you will see yourself that you will still find yourself among the dropouts. Have a goal. Then he says something. Walk in that track. Don't look to the left or to the right. When you are running, you'll be moving forward. You don't look back. No, you will just be going. Then he said that you should take action. Àwọn kan wà wọ́n ní èrò tó dára but má pẹ̀lú pé ó dìgbà tí wọ́n bá tó sọ wípé kí n ṣe báyìí tí wọ́n bá sọ pé kí n ṣe báyìí ní ilé ṣe. Àwọn kan wà lẹ́ science class lónìí tó yẹ pé torí ọ̀rẹ́ they are in science class because their friends are in science class. We call them follow up. Àwọn kan nìyẹn o. Àti dínà dínà follow up. When you buy a new phone, okay, there is always a charger. Okay. And that charger is always strong. Okay. We call it follow call. Because my friend is in science. Okay. I must follow call. And we're not going to follow call. Yeah. I hope you don't have follow call yet. Do we have? Clap for yourself. So, put all these as your left palm. Okay. So I position in life, and I pray that as you focus where you are going, you will not stumble. I said you will not, as a person, you will not stumble in Jesus' name. Amen. So once again, we want to appreciate our comrade Ige. Olatubos. Show my one time Ige. You are welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Mo fẹ́ mu omi. Kí ìdẹ̀ tó mu omi, èmi ẹ̀ka mu omi lásán o. Èmi ẹ̀ka mu omi lásán. Tí bá fẹ́ wo ẹ̀ wo òkè. Ibi ní kẹ́ máa wo ẹni tó ń wo ègbòràn o. So, please, okay. It is so. Gender talk now. I want you to help us to demarcate the chairs. The boys will stay in the front, then the girls will stay at the back. Can you continue with your comment? Okay. So, please. As I was saying, please do what we ask you to do. Boys to the front. Don't just take chair from the front. For me, let the girls go in. Carry chairs at the back.
Once again, viewers at home, thank you for staying here, watching us live on Africa TV. Presently, what we are about to do now is the student is about to go on the gender talk. We want to divide the students into two parts, male apart and female apart, so that we'll be able to achieve what we are here today. Thank you for staying there. We are still in the midst of the program. Just continue to be watching us live on Africa TV on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all our social media handles.
Let the boys come to the front. You got a boy, let me see you in the front. Let's come forward. Let
all the boys be in front. Let the girls move back. We don't want the boys to listen to what we want to say.
Our children take their position. We don't want to waste any time.
For the gender club, comrade Malomo Olushola.
For the girls.
For the girls. Then for the boys, we have our daddy, our father in the Lord.
And you discover that during the course of the distance in our school settings now, when you look at the class, you discover that female students are more than the male students. To actualize the fact from one of our speakers, we want to go on the talk now. Kindly listen and stay there watching us now.
This afternoon, we want to do what we call gender meeting.
Amen.
You know, you are girls now that will become women in the future.
Boys.
Like the songwriter, the song says,
God bless you. One thing I want you to know, you are not inferior to anybody.
As a woman, God can take care of yourself.
As a boy who will later become a father, you are pillars. And I pray you not become a caterpillar. The tendency is there for you that I want to do what my colleagues are doing. That influence, it will not lead you to anywhere. Rather, it will not make your parents happy. Thank God for the product God has given you in this week. All the lectures presented, including the talk, the good message of Daddy, that you see, it shows that this place has produced a lot of intelligent students, and we must take after them. So please, what is not doing at all is not doing well. There is a slogan, I think, only the best is good enough for me. Say that, only the best is good enough for me, and I will remain the best.
It is not good for you as a woman.
Take cognizance of the fact that the fact that maybe you are from the poor background is not an excuse. You can become whatsoever. There is a purpose for your life, and I want you to realize that the purpose of God for your life is greater than you. And that is why for you to accomplish that level, you must have an affiliation, you must have a sort, you must have a link with your maker. Whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Muslim, God is your maker. He has a purpose for your life. Don't let anybody discourage you by saying that this one cannot make it. No. The only one that has final say over your life is God Almighty. And what you believe, thank God for that message. That when God vision, God have that vision, for you to get them to be very, very difficult. We get out to the destination that you want to face. I said we get out to the destination in the name of Jesus. And be follow good steps. Examples. Your prefects, those who are making it, you follow them. I have a lot of things because of the light nature of this place. The environment here, we have some of you who be going, some who have become Oluigbo. All these things, you can't take it to anywhere. For your parents to see you and be blessing, you need to obey simple instruction. You will make it in life in Jesus' name. As the right hand says,
of the body,
He says,
they have.
the head,
And those of you that don't have body, because you are growing now, you have matured.
They are not attained by something
coming out
flat.
of you. That is why you have to shave your hands
great
very
men
well,
live
so that you will not be producing
get,
odor
they
in
are
your
not
body. When you
attained
take your
by
bath,
something
you
flat.
try as much as
When
possible.
the
You take your bath
counterparts
at night also before you go to bed,
slept
and
off
you wash your what?
they
Your
turn around
I think that
for
that's what I'm
them
saying now. You wash your
to succeed
hand
in
and
life.
now before I proceed, I want to talk to you on your breast. You know, when you reach puberty stage, you have a breast. Am I right? Then you wash your breast as if there is enough in your breast. And I think Coco one there. I think you are getting what I'm saying. Don't laugh. You are a woman. You are a woman in the government in our future. Thomas, your husband and Coco one there. What you Coco one there? Coco me one. If you don't know I think you are getting what I'm saying now.
Attained by something flat. Why counterparts are stepped off?
There can be blood in your breast.
Fear of them be stopped. Amen. And education starts in the breast. It ends in the grave. You will continue to learn on daily basis. And that's why you live an updated life. A life that is not updated. Outdated.
And put
Your life is not updated. Your life is not outdated. A life vertical. A life that is not updated will be outdated.
I think you're getting what I'm saying.
Sometimes when you know,
so you sleep on that pillow, you start to examine this side, you examine the side also. Or to get what? To the top, to the list of your, to the tip of your breast. I'm a forward level here, I think I'm getting what I'm saying. So if there is something like that, and it is good for you as a girl to do this every time, especially during your menstrual.
They were not looking for Olúwa ṣé tẹ̀lé wọn lọ ṣé màá bá wọn ṣé màá rí ìgbà padà wọ́n lè pọ̀ sí.
During your what?
Ọ̀dẹ́ in process na ibi tó ti lọ ó bá wọn kọ́ bẹ̀ is an angel. This man ó ti rẹ̀ tó kó sick nígbà tó kó sick yẹn they abandoned him. Àwọn tó lò ó ti lọ jó ilé ó ti ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. But because he was not more useful, because his life had been outdated, they abandoned him. When they abandoned him, now it was at this juncture, he was so much hungry. The Bible says there was no life in him. So now fún ní oúnjẹ, nígbà tó fún lóúnjẹ tó jẹun tán. So the Bible says the life came into him. When the life came into him, then they asked him, please, ẹjọ́ ǹjẹ́ bá rí àwọn tó ti bẹ̀ ibo ló gbà lọ. Ó láǹfọ̀n pé òun gbọ́ pẹ̀lú wọn tí ó lọ jó ibi bá. Ó ṣùgbọ́n òun ṣe àìsàn nígbà tó ń ṣe àìsàn tán. As a result, they abandoned him. So òun lọ sọ pé ọ̀nà báyìí ló gbà lọ, báyìí ló gbà lọ. It then means the joy of the enemy. Wípé àwọn ti ṣẹ́gun wọn, the joy was cut short. I stand as a servant of the Most High God. I decree in your life, the plans of devil will not realize in your life in Jesus' name. The joy of enemy over your life shall be cut off in the name of Jesus. What is working at all is working well. Remain steadfast. Serve God. Shun away. There are some things it's not at your level. Kama nǹkan nìkan máa jalè nǹkan jí asset. No, gbogbo ẹ̀dẹ̀ tó do asset you still have it in life. Amen. So that is why be contented. Pẹ̀lú kọ́tà òbí ẹ̀ bá fún yín. It is you that will raise the name of your parents. Ẹ̀wẹ̀ tó wá síbí dánwó fún pé òun wà ọmọ dẹ́wà. Can you see the father? There is no limitation. God is taking you higher and you go higher in Jesus' name. You go higher in Jesus' name. Be conscious of your appearance. Wherever you are going outside, whenever you are going outside, people will say, who is this person? Then you say, Obokun. You be a shining example
for people to refer to in the mighty name of Jesus. I pray you will not fail, you will not fall, you will not falter. It doesn't matter the level of your parents, you will be better than your parents. When your parents know your beginning, we all know your beginning. None of us will know your ending. That's why you ask to come, we come. That's why you ask to go, we go. The name of God will write it upon your life. But mind you, what you are supposed to do, God will not do for you. Yes, so there are some things you need to do. You need to obey simple instruction, be dutiful, be in class, be diligent. Say, set out a man who will stand before kings. They are the diligent ones. You don't have to be so lazy. This is an opportunity for you. You will go higher in Jesus' name. I say you will go higher in Jesus' name. And some people start with drugs. Never go involved. People want to go home cigar, home drugging, home tramadol. All these things, the end product to die. Rumba dene rumba tó bá máa ṣẹlẹ̀ wà á gbóni etí máa dàdàkúdà ó ní dàdàkúdà mo ní ó ní dàdàkúdà. Make sure you do what is expected of you and rántí ọmọ ẹni tí ìwọ ń ṣe rántí ọmọ ẹni tí ìwọ ń ṣe. Remember the son of who you are. So whenever you want to go ẹja lọ ṣe báyìí ẹja lọ dá class ẹja lọ ṣe kíní, when you do that. It shows that mo ń lé tó jáde nígbà tó bá máa mú ẹ tó bá mú ẹ sáàgọ́ ọlọ́pàá then your parents will not be able to identify with you. Amen. People say success has many parents while failure is an orphan. Success has many parents while failure is an orphan. I take it again. Success has many parents while failure is an orphan. Nobody want to celebrate failure. Nobody want to associate with failure. But tell my sister, but a failure, and if you excuse your failure will not excuse you. Amen. So please, as much as possible, know who you belong to. And know the child of who you are. Also remain focused. Nothing, and you call them away to a long class. You are not inferior to that person. Is that alright? Oh, inferior to the same that consumer. You are loaded. And when you are loaded, you will be needed. The loaded ones will be needed. So there is no way you know in education, only 3 domains of education. We talk of cognitive domain, we talk of psychomotive domain. Cognitive psychomotive ni àwọn tó mọ iṣẹ́ ọwọ́, technical aspect, and the third one is affective domain. Am I communicating? It shows your behavior. But that's why ọmọ ìlú àbílẹ̀ ọmọ gidi ni, and that's why ọmọ dájúdájú ni ọlọ́run ní ṣe iná ọmọ dájúdájú. So one need to be so fervent, serve your God, call upon him, he will do what he has proposed to do in your life. But always remember that you will give account of yourself. People don't give account to you. Gbogbo iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀, and don't ever say do like this, everybody do like this. I want you to hide under that finger so that I will not see you. Hide down, want to go. So possible. So it means everything. Nǹkan tó bá ṣe ní kọ̀ọ̀kan kékeré ní. Bíbélì sọ oníṣòwò ṣe fún ẹni tó dún àwùjọ kó máa ríran. Is it possible for the one that created ears not to hear? God will hear your prayer. And make sure you serve God wholeheartedly and do away with transit ìwà ọmọkìnní amúṣòkòtò wàá gbé sí gbogbo díẹ̀ ọmọ àtọ́kọ ayé rí dìyàn ayé ti rí ìdóní ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ò lè dáadáa mọ́ oúnjẹ tó bùkà So it is not òbí ò lè rí ẹ nínú ẹ̀dùn. Amen. Ìgbà tó bá ṣe olóríire tá a sọ yes, this is my son. But yes, your parents say yes, this is my son. But ọmọ tó bá yà ọmọ padà, nobody want to associate with such a person. Nobody want to associate with it. Many years ago, I remember as a bishop of Osun, now that's a program, end of the year program like this. Every month, there's one little girl who came up making some recitation. Ẹ kò gbọ́ pàtẹ́wọ́ oyinye ẹni tó ayé ní ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀. Ó ṣe ìgbà tó kọ ìjọ ọdún ọkọ̀ tí pírẹ̀sì ṣe ìdájọ́ ẹ̀. Ìpẹ̀lẹ́ o, bàbá àwọn kò gbé rẹ̀. Gbogbo èèyàn gba price nígbà tí ìwọ ìjọ tẹ̀lé which is not appropriate on the part of the parents, but orí èèyàn máa ń wú nígbà tó wọn bá ṣe dáadáa. Kò lè sọ́mọ tó ò lè ṣe dáadáa, oníwà ṣe dáadáa, oníwà ṣe dáadáa, gbogbo yà ṣe dáadáa. So make sure pé ìbẹ̀wò náà òun ni ẹ̀fín ṣe gbogbo nǹkan. Má jalè o. Wọ́n ní ibi èpè díẹ̀ wọ́n ní èpè òkú ọmọléèwé má bá wọn sọ mi lọ́nu o èpè òkú ọmọléèwé o èpò nípa ẹ̀ o má ṣe nǹkan ìpè amen. So and again respect your leaders, respect your teachers. Ẹni tó bá kú tíjà ẹ ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ tíjà ẹ o ṣe sílẹ̀ àṣepamọ́ ni òun bọ̀ wá. Ẹni tó kọ́ ẹ̀rọ àwọn tó ti ká síbí báyìí. Wọ́n lè padà síbí, kò kì í ṣe gbogbo classmate rẹ̀ ló wà níbí báyìí. Kì í ṣe èyí ṣe tó ṣe bí ta ló láì tẹ̀lé pé wọ́n ní òwúrò ó jáde tán. Wọ́n ní pé àwọn sọ fún pé ṣé wọ́n ń gbọ́ dẹ́bà. Mo wá rí pé ọ̀gá ẹni tó jẹ́ classmate yẹn ló ń kó wá wà. Ṣé inú ẹ̀ máa dùn? Ṣé inú ẹ̀ máa dùn? Láti ṣe fẹ́ máa ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀. Mind you, none of this, not is forgiven for those who succeed in ministry. Not is forgiven for those who succeed in ministry.
At this age, are you getting what I'm saying now?
Not is forgiven for those who succeed in ministry.
Coming to a man, coming to a God of your age.
Failure is not failure until time needs to be.
God based on our youth. Let me give you one example. I have a brother.
It is not the fault.
Tell me that the life of a girl is like a big orange tree.
That matters. It is failing to rise. That matters. Not is forgiven for those who succeed in ministry.
Different gods.
Failure is not failure until time needs to be. It is not the fault that counts. It is failing to rise.
That is how you are in the hand of what? Of men.
You can change.
When people are around you,
for those who succeed
when they are looking at you, they go,
is failure. Our failure is not failure until time needs to be. It is not the fault that counts. Failure to rise. You all rise. Your maker.
So, what about you? These people that will be
That's your life ambition.
Whenever anybody comes to you at this age, why
you will be a shining example.
Or any man, tell him, please leave me alone. Don't spoil me. I'm not even if I'm beautiful, I'm not beautiful. Look at the frustration I get this other time. After all this bad comes to mind, when they get to the they will spoil me already and not be
doesn't matter what you are doing in the past, you bless the Holy Spirit.
Men will be calling to you. Boys of your whole age will come to you. They want to live out of you. Why they come to a girl? Why they come to a girl? Who got this way? Who got this way? They give you the power to share. When you see them in the street again, they'll say, hey, why they are so fast? Why did the man shake it? Very
bless them.
Because they know that one good thing you do, they are taking it away. Now, I really want to mention family planning is not for your whole age, but you can do it in nearest future. You want to take care of yourself, can maybe use of a condom or some other things, but it's not for your whole age. Some people can take injection so as to prevent pregnancy. I pray the Lord will help us in Jesus' name. So what we are saying in essence is that as students, as girls like you have to take care of yourself and don't allow anybody to spoil this or that in you. The other time I said something about family planning, it's not for your whole age. But by the time you finish your education, you get to talk in life, then you can also make use of all these methods. Some people they make use of condom so that they will not become pregnant. I'm not teaching you bad things because you know it all. You know it. But what I'm saying is that take care of yourself. Some people they make use of what? Trial method, which is dangerous. Some people are taking injection so that they will not become pregnant. What works for you may not work for what works for another person may not work for you. But the greatest thing to do is what? Abstinence. That is, don't do it at all. And this your own level. If you try to do it now, it means you are spoiling your glorious future. God will help us in Jesus' name. Any question?
The issue that concerns each gender has been treated for our students to know fully what they're supposed to do and what they should be shown of. Many students involve themselves in early sexual activities instead of them to make themselves until they are ripe for such. That is why sex education is most important to be taught in our secondary school. And thanks for the organizer of this program for enlightening our students more on what they're supposed to do based on each of their gender, male gender and female gender, in order to have a brighter future. Gradually, we are moving to the next program. I will be handing it off to the Masters of Ceremony to continue. The viewers at home, we appreciate you once again from Afric HTV on all our YouTube and the Facebook and all the social handles. Thank you for being here for us live. Gradually, we are about to run off for today's program. I would like to hand over to the Masters of Ceremony to continue with the next item.
Students, I believe you have been blessed. Am I right? You have learned one or two things. And please don't forget those things that you have learned this afternoon. They are very important. They are useful for you now and for your nearest future. And I pray that as you are making use of them, you will surely get to where you are going in Jesus' name. Now, I want to hand over to our mommy. She has one or two things to say.
Thank you very much, Senior Ike. You have proved yourself to be a wonderful woman. I want to appreciate every one of us for this session. I know somebody is coming to give the vote of thanks. But before then, once again, I want to appreciate everybody. I want to thank God for the life of my husband who has been around. He came all the way from Adoekiti yesterday just to give his invitation. He's always there for me. He's always there for us. Daddy, you're welcome. You only want you to. Okay, in Jesus' name. I also want to thank everybody. I just discovered, I said, this is my student. Some of them, about half of them, do not turn up today. They thought there would be holiday, or because of the situation of the country, they decided not to come today. So we have these good ones. They are also good to them. I thought, what can I give my students? Should I give them biscuits? And now I remembered that we have this big note. The 2011 set, they gave us this big note. They brought some big notes to us last year, but they just made it up. About 2 months ago, they brought this. I said, okay, wow, this is fine. I will give everybody. So now, please, you come one by one. One by one, you collect your own as a gift for coming to school today.
Please move faster.
Move fast. Girls, also come. Be on a single file and go back to your seat.
As a means of appreciating the student for coming to school today, the school principal, in person of Mrs. Olowoyo, deemed it fit to appreciate students with a book of exercise book for each every one of the students present at the school today, just to appreciate them. As you can see us live, students are on queue based on their agenda to have their gifts. That is their take-home gift. Students are on queue to have their gifts. This exercise book is being presented to the school authority Obokun High School by 2011 set. And that book, that exercise book is being given to the students as a gift from the Old Student Association and a gift from the school principal in person of Mrs. Olowoyo on behalf of other teachers in the school. This is collective effort of the staff of Obokun High School to show the students that it is good to be punctual and to be attend school activities. Learning is not about sitting down in the four corner of classroom, but when you are under a symposium like this or a seminar like this, you'll be able to gain one or two things. Once I told you can say now that our students are collecting the exercise book. Gradually, like I told you earlier, that we are about to run this program all for today. On this note, I will hand it over.
Please settle down. Let's settle down. Be on your seat. 2 minutes to go. Girls, be on your seat. Now since morning we have started this program. God has helped us.